You know, one of the unique things about this fishery in the Gulf, especially on a wreck, is the species that you encounter.
Ford is one of those places that takes a little bit to get to, but it's one of my favorite places to go and bottom fish.
You have the ability to travel distance and get to remote places that actually hold fish.
Something's chasing this around.
Are you serious? Damn, that's a big Spanish, brother.
Little amberjack, a Goliath, he lost a nice kingfish. This spot's happening, man.
Whatever it is, he ain't happy. Yellow jack. Oh!
That's a bite.
You know, one of the wildest things is when you're guiding other guides, and guys that really know how to fish, it's always entertaining to try and come up with a plan that's gonna entertain them.
Whenever I get up early, especially when I'm gonna spend time with Mike and Charlie, and I drive down to Key West and I see Mike's boat sitting in the slip, I immediately get excited. You know, it takes me back to when I was a little kid, how excited I'd get when I'd go to Key West.
So I didn't know what you wanted rig. You were running around doing errands, so I got a longer leader with kind of a knocker rig, a regular knocker rig, some jigs, some grub tails, plugs. I got a fly rod rigged with a pinfish fly.
Good busy.
You know, one thing when you are gonna run way west, you never know what you're gonna encounter, so you gotta be ready. You know, you pull up on these wrecks or on these bottom structures or whatever, and you know, cobias could pop up, barracudas, amberjacks, African pompanos. So having a lot of rods and have a lot of rods rigged is very important before you leave the dock.
Charlie, you going fishing with us today?
Can I go?
And Charlie watched to make sure I did he made sure I did everything right.
Everything good?
He is management.
Everything good?
We're good.
Let's
All
go.
your rods are rigged, sir.
You ready?
Step aboard.
Okay. Did you get my sandwiches?
The anticipation's high because we're gonna run way to the west, you know, probably 70, 80 miles west to Key West and see what it has to offer.
You know, a lot of times you want to put in a little bit of time for live bait. It can make the difference whether you get out there, whether you're going to catch great fish and have a real active bite or a slow bite. Makes all the difference.
You know, in other places of the country, in the Northeast and on the West Coast of the United States, they encounter fog on a regular basis, especially in the fall and in the wintertime. The Florida Keys is not a place you encounter fog, hardly ever, maybe 1 or 2 days a year. And as we started to run west to Key West, the water gets really slick, and all of a sudden we can't see 30 feet in front of the boat.
And if you don't not only have good electronics, but know how to use them, you can get yourself in a lot of danger. You know, a lot of boats are run out there without electronics, without radar. You being the one who has it run along at 30 knots makes all the difference in the world. It's life or death having good electronics and knowing how to use them.
You know, the first spot that Mike recommended that we try was a wreck called the Craig. It's a shipwreck in about 60 feet of water, you know, out in the Gulf, west of Key West. And running in the fog, we couldn't really see as we approached the wreck if there was anybody there. As we get about a quarter of a mile, we start slowing down, start idling up. We realize there's not only a boat anchored right on top of the wreck, but there's a commercial kingfish boat circling the wreck.
But you know, it's not that big a problem because a lot of times people don't anchor in the right spot or they pull off or they set in the wrong area. You really want to take a minute, use your electronics, figure out the drift, and figure out where the fish are stationed and hanging in reference to the wreck.
So we decided to anchor up above the wreck, start chumming heavily, and it didn't take long for it to pay off.
You know what that is?
You picked the jig, dude. I didn't do that.
Good luck with that Goliath there, big boy.
Come on, don't break it off.
Don't break him off.
I'm not trying to break them off.
Do not break him
I'm
off.
trying to keep them from going back down. That's the object of the game. They want to go down. I want them to come up.
Go, go, go. Go, go, go.
You have plenty of time. That's him. That's the right
Look what I got coming.
That's a nice king, brother.
Hey, Rob, you gonna lift this one for me? Oh, come on.
I'm a little busy.
You can do it, Charlie.
In Big Pine Key in Florida's Lower Keys, the nightlife is hot. The cuisine is top-notch. You can even stay where stars hang out. What's the scene like in Big Pine and the Lower Keys? It's pretty wild.
The SeaHunter is brought to you by the Florida Keys and Key West. Come as you are. SeaHunter boats, indestructible, unsinkable. Yeti coolers, built for the wild. Yamaha outboards. Wet Sounds, the ultimate sound machine for your boat. Quantum and Finor, inshore and offshore reels since 1933.
One of the unique things about the Keys is you have the ability to travel distance and get to remote places that actually hold fish.
You still haven't got yours in yet?
Oh, really? You were hooked up like 5 minutes before me.
I wanted to trade with you,
My reel is half the size of yours.
and I need a bigger one.
Come on, Mike. What took you so long?
Are you serious? Yeah, that's a big Spanish,
That's
brother.
a giant Spanish, isn't it?
Holy crap, look at the size of this thing.
So one of the things that I've learned in the past on fighting a Goliath grouper is the long strokes don't work. You have to give them short little pulls, and it kind of confuses them, I think. They don't know what to think. They don't have enough time to think about getting down to the bottom. They're thinking, what's hammering me? Boom, 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 boom. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, especially on light tackle. It worked. I'm happy I got that fish. It was my personal best on that small of tackle.
On that little rod, bro, are you kidding me?
That's awesome!
That's a great
Uh-oh.
catch, Charlie.
Oh man, that's the biggest Goliath I've ever caught.
Well,
That's awesome,
on a little
bro.
rod, bro. That was a little rod. Did you just get eaten?
Oh, yeah, thanks.
You're kidding.
No. Thanks for your help, Charlie.
You just ruined our big kingfish.
What do you think? What do you want me to do with this sucker?
Throw that Spanish in the cooler, buddy. I love Spanish mackerel.
There's a big Spanish
It
mackerel.
is. You didn't even get to see me catch it. You were a little busy with that Goliath.
I was, but I just found this one like gasping for air on the side of the boat. I think you forgot about it.
I did. I got a little excited about your fish.
I was super excited. All right.
Thanks.
We're putting chum in the water, we're putting pilchards in the water, we're putting threadfin in the water. You're kind of mixing up the soup for everything in the ocean that wants to eat. So a lot of times you hook a nice kingfish or a nice mackerel, and the sharks are there and they will take easy prey.
Way to stick with him. I thought you were going to get.
Thanks, Charlie. You know, a lot of times we run out to these wrecks and you never know. I mean, we're going there set up for kingfish or African pompanos or something else, but you never know what's gonna bite. It could be 10 different things. That's what makes it a blast.
Something's chasing this around.
What you doing, brother? What you outside the
have-
boat for?
Well, I was coming out to put out some chum, put my rod in the gunnel, and it went off.
You mean Rodney hooked that for you?
Rodney did.
Rodney hooks a lot of
I
fish,
have no
bro.
idea what I got. It's coming up, whatever it is.
How's it coming?
Gaining. I don't see
Gaining?
color yet, but now I'm just starting to see
What
a
is
little
it?
color. I don't know.
I don't think it's a king, bro.
Definitely didn't fight like a kingfish, but it looks like a kingfish. Nope.
What's he doing here? It's like Charlie's, only smaller.
Yeah. That was fun on this little rod.
It's a blast, bro. Hi, buddy. Nicely done.
That was cool. All right, a mackerel, a little amberjack, a Goliath. You lost a nice kingfish. This
Sick.
spot's happening, man.
Rub it in, thanks.
No, I didn't mean. I just meant the spot's happening. We've been here 10 minutes.
This spot, what I really, really like is the versatility. It has a little bit of everything. You can go from top water to deep water to chumming to, it's endless.
You got a fish?
Oh, yeah, I had a fish, now something else just ate it.
You're gaining. There's been a lot of reeling here lately.
Oh, a lot of cranking.
Mambo Jumbo Captain Jack. Coming to you live aboard the Compass Rose.
You're not that funny.
Uh-oh. There we go. That's a big AJ for that little rod, buddy. Little redfish rod.
Woohoo! Dude, I like this rod a lot. You know, as you target the different fisheries, you can do it very differently. You could free line back pilchards, you could drop them down to the bottom on a knocker rig or a Carolina rig and fish for the bottom fish, whether it's group or snap or sharks, whatever you're looking for, even cobias. But the different presentations make different bites. There we go.
Got him.
There, that's not the right one. It's not the one I wanted.
You know, one of the unique things about this fishery in the Gulf, especially on a wreck, is the species that you encounter. It could be African pompano, Goliaths, cobias, amberjacks. It's just one of the most unique, fun styles of fishing that I've ever done.
You got him.
Garrett, that's not the right one. It's not the one I wanted. This one ate on the surface. I don't know what it is.
Not fighting like a kingfish.
It's spinning like circles.
Need help?
Yeah, I do want help.
Yeah, I would definitely help you with this.
I want help, Rob.
Like,
Yep, it's the one I want.
that's African, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, look how pretty he is.
The colors are all lit up.
Lanyards and everything.
Oh, come on. Come over here.
Nice.
Nice. Oh, sweet.
All right.
Very cool.
Look at the lanyards.
They're cool. I love those.
What a beautiful fish, man.
Absolutely gorgeous.
That
Good
is
job,
badass.
Michael.
Pretty weird, bud. Thank
You catch
you.
Africans here?
Yeah, once in a while.
You know, one of my favorite fish since I was a little kid has been an African pompano. It's kind of like a permit to me. You know, it's not something that you encounter on a regular basis. And once you do encounter African, they will eat artificials, they'll eat baits, but they're a great fighting fish. And once landed, they have these big, long lanyards off their dorsal fin. One of the most beautiful fish you've ever seen.
Nice. That, Rob.
I love this. I love this. The thing about whatever you hook on a place like this, as you're fighting it, you're seeing other things swim under the boat. You're seeing other fish chase the fish that you have on, that you're hooked up to. When you get ready to land it, other fish come up to try and eat it, you know, bigger fish.
They want to pull hard. He's barely hooked.
He knows he doesn't like it either. I love this rod, man. I might lose this one today.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what happened.
There we go. Longer arm.
Nice.
That's a great fish on that little rod, dude.
Dude, that was fun. Look at that hook.
Be careful.
Beautiful. Good
Nice
job,
fish.
Mike.
Good job, man.
Slimers. Nicely done.
Surface bite.
Oh, slimy.
Hey, it's your slime.
It's okay.
Oh, you sucker. What do you think? You want to
Let's go play.
Go to the tower and see what, maybe find a cobia or something? This spot's been awesome.
Yeah. What do you say, amberjacks?
There is a rule. You never leave fish to find fish, but if we don't catch another fish the rest of the day, I'm happy.
You're happy?
Yes,
You're happy.
I'm happy. So let's see if we can find something new.
Sweet.
All right. You good with that, Charlie?
Move? Where do you want to move to? The spot is on fire. I mean, we're catching every drop. We are catching something from kingfish to Spanish mackerel to Goliath grouper to African pompanos to snappers. And, you know, I'm in heaven because I just, you know, I love that type of fishing. It's a lot of fun.
Fort Jefferson is a really special place. It has the distinction of being the hardest national park to get to. It's 72 miles from Key West. What a lot of people don't know is there's actually 14 million bricks to build Fort Jefferson. Most people don't realize that the most famous inmate at Fort Jefferson was Dr. Mudd. And in case you're not up on your history, Dr. Mudd was the man who mended Wilkes Booth's leg. So he was there for a number of years. He was actually pardoned because he came up with the cause and cure for yellow fever. Being that Fort Jefferson is so far out and so remote, it's probably one of the most underappreciated forts, national parks in the United States. The fort is one of those places that takes a little bit to get to, but it's one of my favorite places to go and bottom fish. If I'm gonna bottom fish, that's where I wanna go. It's the land of your limited groupers, 30-inch yellowtails, giant barracudas, big tunas on the shrimp boats, just phenomenal fishery.
Keep up with the SeaHunter on social media. Follow us on Instagram and like us on Facebook. You can also visit us at theseahuntertv.com.
There's no espresso machine, no smiling barista, just you and an axe. You're welcome to a hot cup of comfort, but you gotta serve yourself.
The SeaHunter is brought to you by Ray Marine, Simply Superior. Mojo Sportswear, get your mojo on. SeaHunter Boats, indestructible, unsinkable. Yeti Coolers, built for the wild. The Florida Keys and Key West, come as you are. Best Fab.
Once we made our run and got set up on this new wreck that Mike took us to, we marked a few fish, not near as many fish as the first spot, but I had good anticipation that we might encounter something different.
There we go.
Uh-oh.
Charlie got a nibble.
What you got, Charlie?
Whatever it is, he ain't happy. Uh-oh.
What you got? What you got?
Yellow jack.
Yellow jack.
Nice.
Beautiful. Look how beautiful.
Boy, he's lit up.
I love jig fishing.
Oh, there's nothing better, man. Look at the colors. It matches the color of your jig.
Yeah.
They're yummy to eat.
Oh. Then it went over and
Gotta
took
retie
Mike's.
Mike, you like eating these?
They're very good to eat.
Okay.
You ever eaten them?
Let's let
I
him
have.
go.
They were really big, nice Almaco jacks. The weird part was they're jumping out of the water, which you never see. No. Uh-oh.
That's a bite.
That's a bite.
I personally have caught 100, 200 of these things in my lifetime. I've never seen one jump, and every one we hooked on this particular day, for some reason, we're jumping. Just it shows you, you know, sometimes you never know what you're gonna see.
Have you ever seen those jump before?
No.
What is that
So I
about?
was wondering why it was jumping.
It must be hooked funny.
There's something down there.
Well, I was looking to see if there was something trying to eat
So I
them.
was wondering.
Before I went, put my hand down there to grab them. Making sure there wasn't
Gotta
something
look
coming
around.
up trying to eat them.
Think-
God, look at the colors in that thing, man.
Gorgeous. I think mine was prettier.
I think I got mine in faster.
Yeah, but Rob's was bigger. Hey, I can't believe you made it that far.
There are amberjacks on this wreck, Mike?
No, there's no amberjacks on this wreck.
You sure? It kind of feels like an amberjack.
Would I lie to you?
No, it's just a big jack. A really big jack.
Oh, it's an AJ?
Charlie,
Let me get it.
Slide over here, Charlie.
Look at the AJ right under him. See him? Drop your jig down there, bro. That's right. Ooh, he's after you. Go! Why'd you take it away from him?
Because I'm trying to not get him to eat it. That's how you did it.
He's gone now.
Thank God.
Charlie got it out of there just in time.
Thank God.
God dang, look at the size of this jack, man.
Holy moly.
It's one of the biggest jacks I've caught, actually. Can't believe you took it out of that amberjack's mouth. You opened his mouth and you pulled the jig right out of
I
there.
may have been born.
That was fun.
Oh,
Right on the microphone.
put us on some fish, Captain Mike.
Oh, Charlie, I'm so gonna help you. Well, after that spot, we went into the shallows in by the fort, into the coral edges and the banks, in 20 to 35 feet of water, looking for groupers and muttons. And typically it's really, really productive in there. But if you have no current and no drift, you either have to make a drift or you're not gonna catch anything.
My wife's gonna love me, Charlie.
What'd you get?
Her favorite fish.
Nice.
She loves yellowtail.
One of the best.
So this is kind of like sight fishing in this area because you can see the bottom. And then all of a sudden this mammoth of a barracuda comes up and I'm like, oh boy, this would be fun. And it went ballistic.
We got Charlie?
I think I got the Cuda man.
They do.
Oh yeah, you do.
On a mono
That's
leader.
a big one too.
On a mono leader.
I don't see that lasting long.
You talk about stalking your prey. For the last 20 minutes trying to get that sucker to eat.
Fish out of my way.
Stay heads up. Oh, look at that. Look at
That was hot.
Oh, baby.
That was hot.
That was nice.
Come around this way, Charlie.
All right.
I do not believe you still have that fish on with no leader. You're so lucky. You hooked him right in the corner.
But I tried to get him in the other jaw on the other side.
Yeah, okay. See if I can do this without getting my hand chopped off. Wow. That's a freaking slob, man.
That, I don't even want to get close to those teeth. Look at that sucker. Just how you taught me, Mike.
Look at those choppers, man.
Merciless.
By anybody's standards, today's been an epic day. Charlie's probably satisfied. Mike and I are never satisfied. We got to go see what else the West has to hold.
You know, this is one of these trips every year that's just something special. You get together with friends that truly appreciate the effort and the opportunity to go out there and have a blast. And even if we didn't catch fish, just enjoying the time on the water and having a blast, it's just really special.